Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums, and I am continuing with my paper stash smash. Now, I had this back to school collection from Echo Park, and I have been following along with my own tutorial. I have a 6.5 by 6.5 tutorial all month for July 2025. I have been using this to make mini albums, and today is no different. This tutorial is available, the cutting file, on the Ko-fi shop. You don't need it to make this mini album. There's a video showing you how to make it, and you can just write down the measurements. It's just the cutting guide that I have listed in the Ko-fi shop. So anyhow, it is a 6.5 by 6.5 mini album, and I'm going to take you through it. I decorated the cover with stickers here, sticker here, sticker here. I put this on the yellow star paper on black cardstock and on a little sliver of white cardstock just to have it pop. I know it shines a little bit with the lights. I actually had purchased a couple extra of this sheet. I just thought it was really fun. Nope, don't have it on the back. And I'm glad I did, because I was able to make a second project, which we'll be following in a couple of days. And thank goodness I had this, because it helped me make the covers of the other project. It's a real simple mini album. I didn't go crazy. I changed up some of the tutorial. So the tutorial gives you, especially here, like the measurements for page 1 with a flap and a flap with a pocket and whatever. I didn't do that in here. I was just sort of doing a la carte, picking and choosing what I wanted for this mini album. I liked some of the cut aparts, and I wanted to have pockets, figuring, you'll have report cards and school pictures and whatever. So anyhow, let me take you inside. The waterfall, this is a waterfall. I did do that in the tutorial on the inside front cover. And the waterfall is sort of, you can do a couple of different things with it. This is a cut apart. I know it looks like it's cut down, but it actually is a 4x6 cut apart. And here's the flap. So first of all, I'm having the flap inside this front piece. And there's a bottom flap that's about 2¼ inches. You could put that like that. You could make this piece a little bigger, or you could have so the waterfall pages show. What I did a little different on here, and I didn't put any paper on here just because I didn't want it to get chunky, is I cut this. So this is a 4¼ by 6¼ waterfall piece. I cut it in half so that way you could put those school photos on here. So you could have kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th. Now, you might not have 10th, 11th and a graduation picture, or you might not want to do kindergarten, but anyhow, you can pick and choose and do that. So anyhow, all I did was cut this in half up to the score line. So you could have lots of different variety in here and get room for all those fun school pictures. So, and in, that brightness is crazy. In some of my mini albums, I have made this piece underneath here a pocket. By simply gluing this down, that will make it a pocket. So there is that possibility. I'm changing my brightness so it's not quite so crazy. So anyhow, that is the inside front cover with a waterfall. Goes like that, and then there we go like that. So on the front of page 1, we have a 4x4 cut apart, and I just simply made it a little flap so you could put a couple of photos here. I added a little sticker there just to tone it down. These pages are hidden pocket pages. I chose not to add anything into the pocket at this point in time. You can if you want to. So what I did with the rest of the book is on the back of the page, I made a flap And then I had this larger flap. So that way you could put a photo there and a photo there. On the back of page 1 in the tutorial, there's also a flap that comes up with a pocket. I chose not to do that with this. So there's this. I kept this simple again. I did not put photo mats, not knowing what size school pictures you're going to have. Didn't put any photo mats on here, didn't decorate those flaps. So there is a pocket. This paper came with 2-inch border strips, so I used several of those here. And then at the end I had this composition book paper left over, so I cut it by 5.5 about, and by 3, so I could make a little, just a little book. And there was also this paper with the line paper. I thought that was really fun. So you could put a photo and journal on here, or just journal memories of that school year if you wanted to. So that goes in there. Here's another flap that opens and closes. Another one of the border strips. I love the school bus. So there's that. This is page 3 now. There's the calculator with school rocks. That will go like that, and that will go like that. And here is this. I mean, doesn't that remind you of Toy Story? Is it Toy Story? No, it's not. It's Pixar. Anyhow, reminds me of Pixar. Anyhow, there is a little room for writing, and that goes there. Here is the flap with a flap, and the pocket there. And here is another 4x4 cut apart, made that into a flap. And then here is the waterfall. This time it was in portrait style. Didn't put anything in here, left it pretty simple. And there you go. You could do it either way. And so that is it. Now I do have another project coming up, so stay tuned. You'll find out how I can decorate a mini album in less than an hour. So I wanted to show you that real quick walkthrough. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fabulous day.